You know, if you wake up in the morning and the very first thing you feel before your feet even hit the bedroom floor is that deep stiffness and aching in your joints, I want you to know something absolutely crucial right off the bat. You are not alone in this. And much more importantly, this pain is not simply an inevitable part of getting older. It's really not. It is not something that you just have to accept or manage with a handful of pills for the rest of your life. Today, I'm going to show you 10 ordinary plants. These are plants that grow in simple gardens and yards literally all over the world. Modern science has now confirmed that these specific plants address the actual root cause of joint inflammation, and they do it through measurable biological mechanisms. Now, the first 9 plants we'll cover are truly wonderful, but honestly, the 10th and final plant on our list today, well, it's one that most folks have never even heard of. It grows in a simple container on any sunny porch, and clinical trials have shown it to be just as effective for joint pain relief as prescription anti-inflammatory drugs. Trust me on this, it is genuinely worth staying for. But before we get to the plants, let's just take a quick second to understand the root cause of your pain, and that is chronic inflammation. Think of your joint like a beautifully designed, well-padded hinge. Normally, a tiny spark of inflammation is a good thing. It sends healing blood flow right to an injury. But when it becomes chronic, your body basically forgets how to switch it off. It becomes like a slow-burning fire trapped inside your joint. Day after day, that persistent flame just gradually burns away the very cartilage it was meant to protect, leaving you with that awful bone-on-bone ache. Well, every single plant on today's list works like a gentle fire extinguisher. They target that flame through a different door, cooling the joint down and allowing your body to finally start healing. We're starting with the most studied anti-inflammatory plant on Earth, turmeric. Turmeric contains a really powerful compound called curcumin, and it works by blocking the exact same inflammatory enzymes, specifically COX-2 and LOX, that standard pharmacy pain relievers target. Think of those enzymes as the match that lights the fire in your joints. Curcumin literally just takes the match away. In fact, a recent massive study showed it significantly improves physical function and reduces pain, with effects that basically rival ibuprofen. To use it, you just make a daily golden milk. The big secret here is that curcumin needs black pepper to be absorbed. A compound in the pepper called piperin boosts its uptake by up to 2,000%. You can grow it so easily in a large, deep pot in a warm spot and harvest the fresh roots in autumn. A warm mug of this golden milk will deeply comfort those aching joints from the inside out, starting your day with some really soothing relief. And really, this perfectly illustrates the profound difference between natural and synthetic medicine. Nature gives us the relief, but without the heavy toll. Turmeric offers clinical-level relief without the harsh internal side effects. We're talking about avoiding the stomach damage and kidney stress that are unfortunately so common with long-term prescription painkiller use. Plant number 2 is ginger, which is actually turmeric's closest botanical ally. The gingerols and shogarols in the root are natural COX-2 inhibitors. They actively block the production of something called prostaglandins. Now, think of prostaglandins as loud, blaring chemical alarm bells that trigger pain in your joint tissue. Ginger just reaches right in and gently unplugs that alarm. Clinical trials show a really consistent reduction in knee pain with daily use. It also boosts your microcirculation, delivering vital oxygen to the cartilage that desperately needs it. Since ginger grows naturally on tropical forest floors, it thrives when you mimic that environment. So just plant it in a pot of rich, moist compost and keep it in a shaded, warm spot in your yard or sunroom. Preparing it is just absolutely effortless. You just slice up some fresh ginger root, steep it in boiling water for about 10 minutes, and maybe add a little lemon and honey if you like. The gentle, spicy warmth of this tea eases that very first morning chill, stopping pain signals right in their tracks. And you know, as powerful as ginger is, we are still building toward plant number 10. Just wait until you see what that one can do. Plant number 3 is willow, which is actually nature's original source of aspirin. The bark contains salicin, which completely silences those prostaglandin alarm bells just like aspirin does, but in a much more gradual, gentle way that your digestion can easily tolerate. Studies absolutely confirm its effectiveness for safely easing lower back and joint pain. To grow it at home, you just push a fresh cutting into any consistently moist soil in your yard. It roots with almost no effort at all. You can make a really soothing tea by simply simmering the dried inner bark in water. It has a centuries-old legacy of relief, easing the aching signals in your body safely and softly, week after week. So you might be asking yourself, with these first 3 plants being such wonderful everyday healers, what is the ultimate, most powerful natural joint healer out there? Well, trust me when I say the secret 10th plant is completely unlike anything else we're looking at today. It is a true revelation, and we are getting closer to it. Let's move right along to plant number 4, Boswellia. This is the source of ancient frankincense. Boswellia specifically inhibits an enzyme called 5-LOX. Think of this particular enzyme as a pair of scissors that actively cuts up and destroys your healthy cartilage. Well, Boswellia stops those scissors from working. It doesn't just block the pain, it actively preserves the cartilage you still have left. A massive systematic review showed significant pain reduction and much better knee mobility for folks who used it. You can grow this really beautiful, drought-tolerant tree in a large container in a hot, dry, sunny spot. Dissolving just a little of its harvested resin in warm water or oil helps ensure your joints are protected for the long haul.
Plant number 5 is comfrey. This one was known historically across Europe as knitbone. Comfrey is a remarkably powerful external healer. It contains allantoin, which acts like a busy little construction crew to promote new cell growth. It also has rosmarinic acid to quickly cool down tissue swelling, and mucilages that act exactly like a natural oil to lubricate those stiff, grinding joints and just reduce all that friction. Clinical trials show topical comfrey is incredibly effective at lowering pain intensity. And beautifully enough, it is virtually impossible to kill in the garden. It thrives in almost any soil, providing you with endless healing harvests year after year. To use it for a sudden flare-up, you simply make a poultice. Just vigorously bruise the fresh leaves with a rolling pin to release the natural oils, wrap them directly around your stiffest knee or wrist, secure them with a cloth, and just rest for a bit. Imagine waking up, wrapping that stiffest knee, and feeling the tension literally melt away while you sit and drink your morning coffee. Plant number 6 is the stinging nettle. Now, internally, drinking a daily tea made from blanched nettle leaves lowers systemic pro-inflammatory cytokines. Those are basically the chemical messengers that tell your body to stay inflamed. The tea just flushes that destructive message right out of your entire system. But externally, and the science on this is surprising, deliberately applying the fresh sting to a painful joint, a process called urtication, reduces deep chronic pain through counter-irritation. It sounds a bit crazy, I know, but controlled trials confirm it significantly reduces osteoarthritis disability. Grow it safely in a contained, moist, shaded corner of your yard, and you'll have a powerful dual-action remedy right at your fingertips. Well, we only have 3 plants left, just 3 short steps away from uncovering the single most remarkable discovery on this entire list. That African botanical that acts just like a prescription drug is almost here. Plant number 7 is rosemary. Rosemary is super rich in rosmarinic and carnosic acids, which neutralize free radicals. Those are the rogue molecules that slowly damage your delicate joint tissue over time. But more importantly, it really increases your microcirculation. Massaging warm, rosemary-infused oil deeply into a stiff knee or a sore shoulder before you even leave your bed brings fresh, oxygen-rich blood directly to the cartilage. Just imagine that profound, soothing warmth sinking right into your bones, easing away the nighttime stiffness so you can finally step out of bed with ease. This frost-hardy, drought-tolerant plant thrives in any sunny, well-drained bed, offering you the most profound morning comfort you can imagine. Plant number 8 is meadowsweet. It's a beautiful and frankly forgotten ancient medicine. Like willow, it contains natural salicylates for pain relief, but meadowsweet is entirely unique. It contains compounds that actually coat and protect your stomach lining. Research confirms it relieves joint pain while soothing digestive inflammation at the exact same time. It thrives in wet, boggy soil or planted right beside a pond. Steeping the dried flowers creates a warm, sweet, almond-scented tea that brings cumulative, whole-body relief while you sleep. So, the crucial point to take away here is the sheer biological elegance of this plant. You are getting the targeted pain relief of a salicylate, but without the harsh gastric side effects of synthetic laboratory aspirin. It is just perfectly balanced by nature. Plant number 9 is calendula. The pharadiol esters in calendula-infused oil act like tiny little sponges, reducing fluid accumulation and gently pulling the excess water right out of your swollen joints. At the exact same time, its flavonoids inhibit those COX enzymes, the fire starters we talked about earlier, right beneath the skin. When you gently massage this warm, golden oil into swollen fingers or tender knees right before bed, the cumulative relief over a few weeks is truly remarkable. Plus, it flowers continuously in any garden bed. Now, we have finally arrived. What is coming next is the plant that will absolutely surprise you the most. The most powerful plant on this list, a remarkable discovery from southern Africa. This is the single most important unlocking of knowledge I can share with you today.
Plant number 10 is devil's claw. For centuries, traditional healers in southern Africa have used this extraordinary desert plant for severe joint pain. The roots contain an active compound called harpagicide. Think of harpagicide as a master switch that turns off multiple pain and inflammation pathways in your body, all at exactly the same time. Clinical trials have proven strong, undeniable evidence that it rivals prescription NSAIDs for treating both lower back pain and osteoarthritis. But it does it without the terrifying cardiovascular or gastric risks that come with those pills. You simply prepare it by simmering the dried root powder into a bitter, earthy tea. And, incredibly, you don't need a desert to grow it. You can grow this drought-tolerant marvel right at home. Just plant it in a large container filled with sandy, well-draining soil and place it on any hot, sunny porch. It is an absolute masterpiece of natural medicine. Let's bring this all together into a simple, beautiful, natural timeline for your day. Morning, a warm ginger and turmeric tea, and a soothing rosemary oil massage before you even get out of bed. Day, a systemic flush with nettle tea. Evening, the gentle, stomach-safe relief of sweet meadowsweet tea. Night, a calming calendula massage for those swollen joints. And for your deepest, most stubborn pain, a daily cup of devil's claw root tea. This is your path to moving freely again. Your garden is not just a place to grow food. It is a living joint health pharmacy, available to you every single day. I really want you to feel empowered by this knowledge. Please leave a comment below and tell me which of these 10 plants you are going to grow first. I genuinely want to hear from you. And remember, while these plants are immensely powerful, always consult your doctor before changing your health routine. Take very good care of your joints, and I will see you in the next explainer.